here's Ed Bernstein.
Hi, welcome to our show. A little bit later in our show, we're going to have Chef Adrienne Calvo. But first, we're going to take a little bit of a detour from our typical show, because we have a guest today, Lorena Shiff, who is an expert on purses. Now, I am the most, is there a word, unexpert? Whatever the word may be on this topic. So I brought ammunition with me. I brought my wife, Claudia, to actually do this interview, because I know nothing about purses, and I know that, hey, you women love them.
We do.
But Lorena, you are an expert in knowing what is real and what is fake.
Yes, that's what I like to call myself. Unfortunately, many years of shopping brought me here. Knowing all the reals from the fakes, knowing the collections, it's something you can actually not study anywhere. It's something you learn through the feel and the touch and the seeing and the being interested, watching fashion shows, checking collections, going and seeing collections, and then realizing the little differences that are not really there for the naked eye, but when you look for them, even you will be able to find them. I promise you.
But
you probably
you figured this out.
I don't know. I don't know. But you were a lawyer before, right?
Yes, a lawyer by trade. Moved to the United States, and I figured that's it. No one can pay me enough to do that anymore, to be closed in four walls and be so uninspiring.
Right.
And while discovering my beautiful city of Miami, I fell in love with all the new things and fashions, and I found a new hobby that turned into a business, and now I own my own consignment online store.
And you work with people all over the world?
All over the world, all over the United States, Miami. We offer white glove service, we offer free prepaid labels, we offer authenticating services, cleaning up closets, basically anything that has to do with fun fashion for women and their husbands, because the women also consign their husband stuff. Be careful.
Yeah, that belts and stuff like that,
yes,
right?
belts, shoes,
so
ties.
somebody has to, if somebody's in the other side of the world,
yes.
How do they send you enough evidence for you to discover if this is an authentic or a fake one?
Very simple. People will contact me and say, I have to sell X amount of purses, and I'll ask the purses, and they'll send me pictures. Once I see the pictures, for each purse, I have a list. I have a detailed list that they need to send me. They need to measure certain parts. They need to show me stitches. They need to show me seams. They need to show me buckles. They need to show me inside, lining. Many little things. Sometimes the checklist can be 30 tiny little things. And once I see that and I approve it, then I'll take them. I send them a prepaid label with everything filled up and done, with a bag and a box, and they just put everything in, zip it up and send it. We pay for shipping. And if there are very high-end items like those guys, the client would usually give me a minimum amount.
Those are pricey.
Yes.
Those are the pricey ones.
Can I ask you a question? How much?
Yeah.
When you say very pricey, how
Okay,
much are
so this purse is around $15,000.
they? You can buy a car.
Pretty much. Pretty
Yes.
much.
Those are $2,000 to $3,000. This is $3,000 to $4,000. Those are on the cheaper side.
Right.
It's $1,000 to $2,000.
And these are super popular.
Super popular. This is about $2,000 to $3,000.
So what happened? I have a question about identifying kind of the fake ones.
Yes.
Let's say I buy a purse and it's an original. I go to Chanel, buy a purse, I
Yes.
love it. I was in a good time in my life, so I could afford it, but then, it breaks. When you bring it back, they fix it, but they charge you an arm and a leg. So what if I bring it to another place and they fix it, and then when you see the stitching, you're like, oh, that stitching is original.
I would never not fix my purses at the boutiques.
Okay.
For two reasons. First of all, because sometimes they need a spa, which is like a cleaning treatment that you can actually pay for them, but then they resurface the bag and they look amazing.
Right.
And sometimes you say, I don't want to pay that money. I'll go to like my shoe place or somewhere in my neighborhood. And what they would do, for example, to those purses, sometimes people will get tempted to just repaint them because they have scuffs, and then they paint the stitches, and then the purse looks awful, and then you would never be able to sell it.
So it devaluates.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's an original, if it's
doesn't
not.
matter.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. Don't touch them. You would rather sell them with the little flaws, and people will buy them, and then they will decide what to do. But if you touch it and it's a bad repair, zero.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And what I say to all my clients always, people debate, should I sell it? Should I not sell it? There is a myth among people selling purses. They always think, oh, I paid 15 for this, I'm going to get 30. Not true.
Yeah.
They don't increase in value?
Devaluate. Devaluate.
Always.
Yeah, you go to a consignment store and you see something like this, they tell you, 1,000, or you try to, you know, go down 800 or whatever, but you will never be able to make more than when you pay for it.
I'll tell you when is the only case that you can actually make more. About 10 years ago, this is hard to even imagine, but the Chanel flaps were around $1,000. So if you bought one 10 years ago, didn't use it much, and you'll sell it today, you'll probably sell it for 2,000, then you can make 1,000. But when you buy them today for about $5,000, you're not making money. It's like a car. You walked out the store, you touched it, 20, 30% down.
But then with a car, if you wait long enough, the value then will begin to appreciate. And I do know one example that maybe does increase, because you always love, you know, the Louis Vuitton, no, not the little ones, the
limited edition ones.
The trunks. Those big,
old
ones. Trunks from the 1920s.
I have a one-way relationship with Louis. You know, I love him. He doesn't know I exist.
Those have increased.
The same. I try to pretend it's not true, but the same. Those do increase in value. You would think, but it's because you bought them so long ago. If you want to buy them today, $10,000, $15,000. You don't sell them for that money. So basically, it all depends on when you bought it. When are you selling it, and what its condition? And if you repaired it outside the store, which I would never do.
So we gotta call Grandma and see if they have some vintage stuff.
Yes, but this is the problem when you call Grandma, which happened to me, and that's like actually my first advice for all of our viewers. When you buy a purse from someone, the first question you need to ask, you know what it is?
Where did you buy it?
Exactly.
Where's the
there
receipt?
you go. No, where did you buy it?
People don't keep receipts, but where did you buy it? And if the answer would be, well, my grandma got it for me from an inheritance. Red light. So the first question always is, when you go and buy a purse and you don't want to throw your money away, where did you buy it?
Right.
When? You got it as a gift?
So
I don't really like.
Something to consider.
Exactly.
So let's do this.
Let's play the game.
Let's play the game.
Let's do this.
So
choose. You have 4 cards, 2 fake, 2 reals.
Okay.
Look around and tell me fake reel, fake reel, fake reel, fake reel. You have couples, so let's divide them.
Okay, I would say, well, this one real.
The beige one.
No, this one, because you told me.
This one.
Oh, that
no, but tell me out of those
okay.
two. Okay.
I would say that this one is real.
She was cheating, people. She was cheating. Inside information.
I asked her. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, gee.
Yeah, touch, look around.
Yeah, I don't have the whole day on this. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Go with your gut. Like, your husband gave you $5,000. Now, spend it, send it, go.
God. Okay, this is real.
This one?
This one is fake.
This one is fake.
Not this one. The one with this one is real, this one is fake.
Okay.
Yeah, then these ones are fake, and this is real. Okay, there we go.
Wrong. 0, 0, 0.
Really?
Yes.
0.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let's
This
start.
one has the little thing here.
This one too. Oh, it's.
Oh, you see, I
that
didn't
was
see
sorry. Had a trick here.
Okay.
Okay, so when you talk about those purses, this is like one of the most expensive purses you can buy actually today.
And what kind of purse is that?
Birkin.
This is called a Birkin by Hermes. This is for some reason the most coveted purse and the most expensive one in the market.
Every
the most
celebrity has it.
uncomfortable bag ever.
But what makes it that? What you said for some reason. What is the reason?
I'll tell you what makes it. Hermes are very, very smart. First of all, none of their bags go on sale. Never. And they don't sell to anyone. They only produce a certain amount, and they're handmade with specific leathers, specific colors, hand signed by actually their artist that makes them. So if you don't know anyone at Hermes and no one gave a recommendation, doesn't matter how much money you have, you won't be able to buy it. So that's a status symbol.
Right.
You want one.
That's a status symbol.
You
That's
don't use
pretty
it.
much
It's uncomfortable. Like, hold it. It's uncomfortable.
No, and then when you open, I have one. I have to say that, and I should not say it in public television, but it.
But I just want to tell you that the fake for this one costs $1,500.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
It's very uncomfortable because then you open it.
Yes, open it.
And the flap has to go inside.
Yes.
Nothing fits on it. You cannot put it in your shoulder. So it's like, no.
Okay.
But if you're going somewhere that you want to talk to anyone and just want to like make an impression, you just walk like.
And then you make it for an impression, you use the fake one.
Exactly.
I want you guys to do the rest
Okay,
of it.
Chanel. So when you look at the Chanel purses, you said that this was the real and this was the fake. But when you touch them, you will actually realize, touch this one, touch it a lot. You'll feel there's like something hard inside.
Right.
That's cardboard.
Oh. Oh.
You see?
touch it.
You will be, even you will be able to
Yeah,
feel it.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
There
So
you
that's
go.
the difference, okay? Now, Louis are,
Louis, I think, is the LV. They never cut the LV, right?
that's a myth.
Really?
That's a myth.
Oh, wow.
So first of all, just so you know, those are two limited edition Takashi Murakami for Louis Vuitton.
Wow.
Very rare. Those used to be worth way back in the day about $800.
Okay.
Those actually went up in value.
Because they were limited edition. Okay.
Which there is not existent anymore. Used
Right.
to be, now they don't do it anymore. But when you look at a Louis purse, open the zipper. Open the zipper. Tell me if it's easy to open the zipper.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Open
this one
and
is
close.
not. That's,
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's a big thing. Then the second thing you need to look at Louis bags, you see how you have here the logo? You see how the O is a circle, it's round, the stitching is even, beautiful. This one has no logo outside. This one has only a zipper.
Right.
Now when you look at the zipper, in all the Louis Vuittons and Chanel's and even Hermes bags, all the zippers and hardware are made out of metal. So this is very light. You can feel it's plastic. This is metal.
Wow.
My discolor will never chip. How can you tell if it's metal or plastic? I have a very cool trick. You take an ice cube and you put it next to it. If it gets cold, it's metal.
It's metal. What a great trick. Hey, and unfortunately, we're out of time.
There you go.
But I'll tell you, we have something coming up that you two Latinas, welcome. We have a chef that's going to make a very special Nutella dish.
Oh, my
yeah.
God. I love Nutella.
We'll be right back.
When sorry is not enough. Enough said. Call Ed. EdBernstein.com.